If you've ever taken a wildlife photo that looked sharp but still felt flat, it might not be your camera settings, it might just be your position that you're photographing from. Welcome back to Tips Tuesday. Today I'm photographing waterfowl at a local wetland, and I'm showing you how shooting at eye level with your subjects can really change the feel of your photos. I'm going to show a few simple ways you can do this out in the field so you can start implementing it the next time you're out. Now, why does shooting at eye level create such a big impact in wildlife photography specifically? Number one, and the biggest thing, is it just creates so much more connection between the viewer of your photo and the subject of the photo. It allows you to get down into the world of the animal you're photographing and just allows you to see the world as they see it, rather than always shooting down on the subject or shooting up at the subject if they're always up into the sky. Number two, from a compositional standpoint, it usually allows you to push the background of the image farther away behind your subject. So it allows you to reduce a lot of the distracting elements in your photo and allows you to have some nice subject isolation. Now, common mistakes that most beginners use is when they go out into the field, they just stay standing, they don't change their position, and you just end up shooting down at subjects, or you shoot up at subjects up in the trees. It doesn't create a very compelling composition. A lot of times it's because it's just faster, it's easier to do, and you can just move from position to position really quickly when you stay standing. I talked about this a little bit in my last week's video, talking about different shooting positions and supporting your lenses in these different positions. Just getting down to a sitting or crouching position can make a big difference in what your image looks like. Now, the easiest way to demonstrate the difference is just by showing you two side-by-side comparisons. So the one on the left is going to be from me shooting down at this mallard. It was a very cooperative mallard. And the next one is going to be a photo that I took down at eye level when I was laying down on the water's edge. You can immediately see the difference in the image. The background is pushed farther back, the subject is now isolated, and now you're looking at the world as if you are another duck on the water. It also takes away a lot of the distracting ripples that are in the water. There was a nice breeze that was today, but it made the water look very distracting and very busy. So when you're looking down, the background is now immediately right behind the duck. But as you get down lower and lay down, position your camera down lower along the water, that distracting water now gets pushed farther back and is kind of compressed down in front and behind in the foreground and background. Here's some other examples with some wood ducks that were also very cooperative. You can really see the difference in these images when you get down low and photograph along the surface of the water. Now, there are a few simple ways you can get down lower to photograph at eye level. Number one is just go from standing to sitting or laying down on the ground. Now, you don't always need to get all the way down to the ground to photograph at eye level. You have to think about what subjects you're trying to photograph. If you're photographing shorebirds, they're going to be small along a sandy beach. You're going to want to get down as low as possible. If you're photographing wading birds, say blue herons, egrets, anything that's a little bit larger, any mammals like bears or deer, they're going to be pretty much, you're going to want to be sitting or crouching to get eye level with them. It really depends on what subject you're photographing. Also, you don't always need to go down lower to the ground. If you use the terrain to your advantage, you can photograph something that's up on a hill and still be eye level with it when you're standing, so that you can kind of figure out where and to position yourself that way to allow you to get eye level with the subject. The biggest thing to remember when you try to get down eye level with your subjects, a lot of time it takes some patience to, number one, get into that position, but you also need to have patience to allow the subjects to come closer to you. Once you get down into that low level position, it's harder to move, and you don't want to move around as much, and it just takes some time to allow the animals to come back closer to you. And I guarantee you that the photos you get will pay dividends in the end, because they're going to be so much more impactful. And another benefit of getting down low when you're photographing subjects, especially these waterfowl or shorebirds, when you get down low along the edge of the habitat that you're photographing in, it does one really important thing, is it reduces your presence in that habitat. It makes it so that you don't look like a human anymore, because a lot of these animals know the silhouette, know the outline of a human figure, and when they see a person standing, especially along a beach or in a wetland where there's kind of a lot of open areas, the animals will stay away from that area. When you get down low, lay down, it really eliminates your presence from that area, and it allows you to have the animals come really close to you. Now, getting eye level is important, but you want to make sure you do it safely for yourself and for the wildlife that you're photographing. Don't move so quickly towards the animal that you end up startling them. just to get into position. It's always best to actually get into position while the wildlife's not actually there in the area. And also you want to make sure that you're not going to be laying down or kneeling down into anything you don't want to, any prickle bushes, poison ivy, anything like that. Make sure you know what your surroundings are when you're getting into position. And then also, if the animal starts to look uncomfortable, it's always best to just get up and back away and move away from the area so that you can be safe, so the animal can be safe. So next time when you're out in the field, think to yourself, am I shooting down on the subject? Can I get a little bit lower to change my perspective? And would getting eye level with the subject make any difference in the photo at all? Having that little mental checklist will allow you to kind of implement this right away with all the subjects you have in front of you. Getting eye level is one of the easiest things you can do to improve the look of your photos without changing your gear, without changing your lenses. It's all just about changing your position and changing your perspective on the subjects you're photographing. So that's it for this week's Tips Tuesday video. If you found this one helpful, please consider subscribing. And if you're trying to implement all of these tips, but you're just struggling with the direction that you're trying to go with in your photography, I offer online mentorship courses on my website. I have information down below. Otherwise, I will see you next week for the next Tips Tuesday video.